test. Oh, I guess that's better. I think Windows kind of reverted what I did in the morning, so that's kind of weird. I set a microphone to higher and now it came back to the previous volume, so. Yes, my mic was quiet because I don't know what happened. I changed the filters before to lower. No, to higher. Filters to lower because I raised the volume. But now I had to put the filters back to top. Sorry about that, Jen. Classic Windows. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but hi guys, welcome to Saturday stream where we study whatever you want. We are accepting Kifu, but Kifu, my friend, is it chess? Kifu, my friends, are on Sundays. And I believe this isn't Shogi, so... And also my chess skill isn't that good, and also why you're playing on this horrible website instead of Lichess. I guess the whatever you want isn't... You're winning already. You won a pawn for free, didn't you? That's all I know about chess. Here you won a pawn, didn't you? What I learned is this shape isn't good, but I mean, you end up with pawn anyway, so it surprises me. Why is it a bad move? Again. Yep, nicely done. Yep, this... What? I don't know what you're talking, Mikhail. We were on this page the whole time, right? Right? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. What, chess? You guys might have mistaken something. Are you sure you were on... Are you sure it wasn't like a advertisement, like 30 seconds? Hi, Sanodes, long time no see. How have you been? Mikael, welcome to. Yeah, today... chinchilla noise. Oh no, is it the drone chinchilla noise? The secret achievement unlocked when you do hydrate and chinchilla, it's a drone chinchilla noise. I wasn't able to do it. Here you go. The weirdest thing on my channel, drone chinchilla noise. Or chinchilla that tries to swim. Whichever, do you like positive or negative? Yeah. I will mention that to him. Nice to be part of early day stream. Yeah, welcome. Was there a reason why he wasn't streaming? I don't know. Hello, Ren. So this game that I have on the screen was played yesterday and I didn't watch it yet, so I was curious if you guys want to watch it together. This is, of course, Kato Momoko versus Satomi Kana. And this is the Seiraisen title match game 1. And surprisingly, the title holder in this pairing is Kato Momoko. She got the title last year. So, yeah. Finally, yeah. And now Satomi's challenging it, so might be interesting to watch. As you know, Satomi accepted... She entered the examination to become a 4-dan professional player, like the actual non-gender limited professional. Putting out daily videos is hard. Yes, Jen, yes. I'm gonna talk about later. But yeah, Satomi will be... I don't know exactly what's the schedule. We can maybe find it out if they write anything about this. But she will be trying to become a pro. Yeah. I'm gonna assume it's like later because they need to set it all up appropriately, but Yeah, I don't see any news here. Yeah, and in the meantime, if you guys have anything you would like to study, or if you like the idea, please tell me in the chat. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed our earlier stream. We had a little bit crazy Shogi introduction stream, teaching VTubers how to play Shogi. We might have a follow-up event somewhere in December. Look forward to it. All right, Jen. Yeah, I wanted to say that when I do the Kifu review videos, it takes me like hours to prepare the script. This is, by the way, script to the next video. It takes like... This one was pretty short. This one was like 3 pages, which is like very short. I recorded it, now I have to edit it. So it takes like 2-3 days for one. I should make it probably more efficient somehow. I mean, I enjoy the process. I think the quality matters, and this is what makes the quality good. So yeah, unless you guys prefer to have like more videos rather than having, then I could limit it somewhat. And yeah, definitely. Oh, Telmar's daily videos. Actually, he just sits and records one after another. But for him, he doesn't need a script, right? He doesn't edit them even, so it's just like record and upload it. Yeah, he does it in English and French though. Shogi study. Guys, it's Shogi limited. Shogi is the square that we're in. Nothing outside there. People who care solely about video quantity know where to find content. What do you mean? I think the Shogi history you taught earlier today could be its own video without any editing. The Seiresen, you mean? Yeah. That's a good point out. Yeah, could be. Could be. It's not like type of the video I've made so far. Hello, Rebecca. Ah, you've been putting, I see what you mean. Not the one you told at the lesson. Not sure what was that about. Ah, the story you told on the lesson. The story I told on the lesson about Shogi, and you mean the introduction to Shogi, like 2 words becoming one, something like that? Or the whole video? I don't know what it means, curated. Like the videos that would help beginners. Like curated, like recommended, I assume. That could be a short video. I'm confused about which part of the stream you're talking about. Are you talking about the intro, like the beginning of the stream or the whole stream? You submitted your game. Cool, Black and Red, but remember that we do those on Sundays, yeah? Today is Saturday. Hello, Gaston. Shogi history, yeah. Yeah, I could. Good. That's a good idea. If you guys enjoyed that, yeah, I might consider it. The thing is, I talked a lot, but I think I have to follow up with pictures to make it more interesting for YouTube. So that would be, you know what, I'm gonna add it to the list of things to do. Yeah, so we're watching Game of Satomi and Kato. It kind of felt more like a podcast, yeah. I didn't even have camera on. Maybe like a quick video. So future streams can be Karo book reading streams away. Yeah, we do have those on Thursday. We're actually learning a lot on Thursdays. I have this crazy dream of taking the comics that I drew through the whole Thursday streams and making a book out of them. It would be a big project, but that's my small dream for now. All right, so we have the static rook versus 4-5 rook, our favorite, and there's a decision that Santa has to make which silver to use to attack. Do we keep the silver here? Do we put it here? Do we put the silver up? Do we go for a different shape? And you see that Kato played the silver to here, which could mean like a vanguard pawn or left side mino, something more solid. Could indicate Anaguma as well. No problem, black and red. Yeah, Sundays we do Kifu reviews. So it does, yeah, if you send it during the week, I'm gonna see it, so don't worry. It's just that you will have to wait until tomorrow for it, yeah. Educational Shogi manga, yeah, something like that. Something, yeah, only Shogi people understand, so yes. Not a very, yeah, so this is not a very popular content, perhaps. This is the tax that static rook has to pay, yeah. If they jump simple with the knight like this, without pushing the pawn, at some point bishop can counter at 1-5, so it's better to play it before. Very niche, yes. And yeah, the rook being here also now protects the knight's head, and the bishop cannot chase it away. Oh, thank you, black red. Oh. Static is swinging rook, of course, will develop their camp. What you should notice is in which order Satomi plays moves like gold up, like silver up, and which pawns she chose to push in here. So she chose the middle one and the 6th file. Those all have a meaning behind them. So for now it's this. So for example, this pawn will not allow Sente to make a vanguard pawn anymore. This pawn will enable the higher shape, the high mino. You like the Sente's thing? Okay. And this is type of, I don't know if it's still, it's kind of both castle evolution. They say it's a little bit unusual. There is the target perhaps to sacrifice the knight immediately. Can you zoom in? Sure. Okay. Is there any way I can... I mean, I can take the whole Kifu probably and put it to other page, because you see those pieces get bad quality the more you zoom, right? So maybe we can take it somewhere. The problem is I'm reading the comments as well as we're going. So if I zoom too much, I'm not seeing the comments. And that's what we want to read. So now we have a little bit of trouble. And chance, yeah. That's a very old meme. Okay, and then this one. All right, that should help. No, there wasn't a single character, unfortunately. This is why I changed it to this one. Hopefully it helps. And also, if somebody doesn't understand the kanji, this will be better piece set to look at. And we have still the comments over here. You guys cannot read it. This time I can read it, so it's gonna be fine. We were talking about the knight attack. Here. It said that I can probably play it out, right? This pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn push would be a possible development. And now Satomi played this, so I'm reading the comment that they are not afraid of this move, they're preparing a defense against this move. So if they go here, pawn takes, knight jump, pawn takes, takes, knight takes. I see. It's a little bit complicated. Basically, in the previous line, if Sente was to attack here, there was a bishop drop, forking those two pieces. So in order to avoid that, we're gonna sacrifice this pawn before sacrificing the knight. And this rook is a preparation for that move. Well, Mifa, we can quickly go over it. If you enjoyed it, we will enjoy it as well. Okay, so now we changed our approach. We go for 4-5 attack. Yeah. Apparently there was one game with the same position in Eosin in 2021 that started with pawn push, pawn takes, knight takes, bishop promotion, silver takes, bishop redrop. Is it what it is? Bishop drop, 7-7 here. And some other stuff was happening. The result was sent to win, basically. The point, yeah, he's saying that in the past, early jumping knight was eaten by the pawns. Nowadays, it's not a big deal. So yeah, Kato is attacking. And attacking to 5. And here we see that one professional saying, that's like English, type of thing. That's Sato 9 dan, and he say that Kato is also using the AI move. Because in the room they were talking that this move will be a natural follow-up, but this is the AI preferred move. So Kato studied this line and she went for this one. Nowadays, like, all the pros are using computers, so. Okay, so here it was recommended to push here, but again, she played something else, silver up. The moves that are proposed is here and here or here. Let's see what Satomi played. She simply pushed the pawn. It's quite painful, this type of move, when you move your heavy silver to take a pawn, yeah, to take this pawn that you sacrificed, and the pawn is like, haha, nope. And now it's like a very advanced pawn, like near your king. That always feels bad. I don't know about you guys. So because this pawn is so huge, we have to play this move to activate our rook, right? And you can kind of see the meaning of this move in the opening. It was always to shikake here, because this rook, you know, protects the knight's head, which kind of enabled this way of attacking, and therefore also enabled this move. So it's kind of a nice opening thing that we learn from Kato here. All right, so this is where the real middle game starts, right? We will have to see what Satomi does against this. She won't be defending forever. If we take this pawn, I would imagine the knight gets activated, so she will play the rook instead. This is a typical 4-5 rook opening. You can notice that the rook moved here, here, and then came back. It kind of seems like a waste, but that's, you know, the defensive play style of 4-5 rook, waiting for the counterattack, trying to force Sente to attack so that you can punch them back with the piece exchanges they gave you, yeah? Here you go. Yeah, this is the typical move. Now they're showing some variation, but let's see. If they take this pawn, you don't want to take it. They're gonna drop the pawn here, but because you move the silver away, you can take this pawn with the bishop. If they attack, you can push the silver away. If they go back, they can use the bishop to attack the knight. Maybe I should play it out. I'm confused. Where was I? Here, okay. Something like this. Yeah, you never take this pawn because they would speed up the opponent. And this, you know, enables both bishop and rook. Rook's really nice. That's the variation they were talking here. So yeah, this was bad. They have to play this instead. Next target would be a pawn drop here to make a token. This would be a huge pressure. So Satomi once more moves the gold up to prevent this pawn by double defending. Yeah. Somebody mentions that maybe in the future rook 5-2 will be a nice way to counterattack, and somewhere pawn 4-4 might be a nice attack for center as well. So those are those two cards that both sides has. Yeah, Satomi, strong activation of big piece, our favorite swinging rook tactic, and Kato, yeah, continue to activate this pawn and this knight. So far, guys, who do you think is gonna win? Which side do you prefer? And perhaps maybe we can guess what would be the next move of Kato. You want Kato to win. I see, Condetti, I see. Kato, please, because she's cute. Mifa, is your definition like it's not the strongest wins, it's the cutest wins? Is it how your Shogi viewpoint works like? All right. I mean, I wonder why. Maybe because she's younger. That you perceive her cuter? I don't know. Satomi is, I think, around my age, so I can relate somewhat. Okay, so Kato played here the edge. Kind of feels a little bit too early because she has only a pawn in hand. But we will see. Satomi will take it, but now, yeah, taking is a little bit scary because something might be coming, yeah? And here Kato is bringing her silver into the center, putting a pressure on this pawn. So this pawn is actually protected by, what, 3 pieces? This would be a double piece attack, so it's not like it's doing anything yet, but we have moves like pawn 3-4 to do something. We can imagine this rook being harassed with a silver drop, maybe forking those 2 pieces, something like that. So it's important here that Satomi plays the correct thing. She's just sacrificing the pawn. Well, the attack starts with pawn sacrifice, yeah? More pawns doesn't mean you're necessarily winning. That's not how it works in Shogi. Maybe in chess it will work so. But yeah, here doesn't mean so. So yeah, speaking of the silver drop 5-2, blocking the rook here is very important. So this is why Satomi drops here. Of course, that means she cannot defend here. So Kato can go in. We have some exchanges coming in. But as a result, Satomi can sabaki her bishops and activate her rook. And we have to block it somehow. Kato decides to use the silver because it takes the initiative. The rook cannot go here, as you can see. It will go back, and then maybe we can start breaking in. So let's see what happens. The rook goes back. You know, this looks promising, but maybe there's some counter, like maybe we just take and promote, or drop the pawn in front of the rook and drop the bishop. Like, there's few things that we should be afraid of. Probably take and promote. So this is why Kato tries to make it even better. Pawn drop, because here, you know, we could perhaps pawn drop again or a bishop drop. We have few options if the rook takes here. Create some aji, yes. Everything starts from pawn in Shogi. Yes, losing as well. You even use pawns to select the side. That's true. But she sucks pawns and doesn't follow up with anything. At least looks like to me. Yeah, so it creates Aji, like Sleeping Bird said. It's a light way to like open up, for example, this line for future pawn drops. Timing is important. If you're strong enough to say, no, this move has no sense, then I can agree with you. But creating opportunities is something that you should do in Shogi, and better to have one than none, yeah? Even if it's a little bit risky. The rook goes back. So here you would say that Senta is very successful, yeah? We force the rook away. And now if Senta manages to sabaki this rook, and this rook stays here, clearly Senta will have more active pieces, right? So what will Satomi do? What will she do? Another pawn sack, and finally the server comes in. What should we do here, right? This pawn sack you could explain the fact we want to drop the bishop in the future or something, yeah? But yeah, it's true, we gave a lot of pawns, we did. That's sometimes a minus. Bishop drop. So, speaking of pawn drops, do not drop this pawn. This is how you begin losing this game, yeah? Pawn drop is an Ifu. It's a very strong move because of that. You can imagine a bishop drop, but then bishop takes, gold takes, bishop drop again, and we're being abused. Our gold goes away from the king, the castle is inexistent. So we are forced to play another move. But if we go here, I'd imagine maybe take, and then we make a horse or something like this. And becomes really, really difficult. So surprisingly, we abandon the silver. You could also consider like taking. It would be 2 for 1, but actually we lose the silver as in a result, so that would be too much of material. Let's see if there's any comment. Yeah, they were thinking about pawn drop 5-5, and there's a quite long comment in this position, so let's see. The bishop went to 5-4. They see the move pawn drop 5-5 here. Oh, okay. Maybe the reason why you see sacrifice this pawn is if there is a bishop promotion here, maybe we can capture the bishop with a pawn drop. But again, instead of taking this pawn, maybe we can go here again, going for the same line. And then there is a very, 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 very complex variation that would lead to an endgame and pawn drop here, the knight drop, silver drop, a knight drop, silver drop, this knight comes here, take, finally the knight attacks the lance. It's a crazy line here. There's also this move that they're discussing, but they say that maybe it's a little bit too much. So yeah, this position seemed to be, this position meaning this one was a little bit critical perhaps. Thank you for the follow, we're after. What's wrong with rook 5-7 right now? I mean after the bishop? There's a pawn drop. And then this silver dies. How many moves? Hundreds. They just look at the position. Oh yeah, this is Senta winning by 1 move because they have years of experience while we are missing like one move like this. Yeah, they're really reading really quickly, really far. Those are real. This is what a 9-dan is, guys. It's like computing machine. It's, yeah. They're like, oh yeah, this move is good because oh no, and in the middle of this you mean this move? Yeah, this leads to but sensei, in the end of this variation this move exists. Oh, that means that we have to change it a little bit and oh yeah, you're right. This is how they discuss. And the this is actual speed. They're talking about the moves. Yeah, I'm not joking. If you ever go into lobby like this, it's gonna be like that. And then you have journalists who like, listen, can you repeat that slower? Yeah. Yeah. And this is what's interesting. I don't know why they're not doing this in big board discussions. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. They speak really quickly too. All right. They're actually explaining that taking. So the line that I explain would be piece. Yeah, it would be the same as I explained actually. So we take here, and here we would like to take this piece rather than this one because it's gonna give us dragon that attacks the castle. All right, let's speed up a little bit. So we have pawn drop. This is actually quite important position. I said to speed it up, but this is the same line that was before. And I think they made a mistake. This is 4-7, not 3-7. Ah, no, because they were talking about this move. Okay. So this one is one move faster than this one, I believe. Yeah, but they're not sure about the results. They're both playing really well. I agree. Usually, I wouldn't be surprised if there are like strong amateurs among journalists or ex-Shureka players or like super Shogi fans. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's probably more like it than not. Like, why would you be a journalist about it if you had no interest in it, right? So they're talking something like promotion, run away. How can you promote if the rook is here? If you go here, then it's like go promote here, and then it attacks the rook. Maybe that's what they're saying. And then if you go, then you're gonna take the knights. Yeah. So taking the gold seems a little bit problematic. Here is where she inputs the pawn in. Gonna take it, input again, takes again, and then promote. So different from the comment, they said to promote first, and again, the idea is the same. Bishop drop, knight drop here. This is at Suji. So really nice. You target pawn drop to capture the lens. It's a cool target. Instead of attacking the bishop, attacking the lens with the knight like this, you drop it here, threaten to take the lens for free, one move slower. Cool technique. But yes, you know, Gote has a silver to drop and protect it. So that's the main target. Then you bring the knight to attack the silver. Silver will have to take this. Pawn takes. And then it's Gote to move again. In the future, center will attack the lens again. So that's the main line they're considering. Yeah. And here, pawn promotion. Satomi was a little bit fearful in this position, it seems. But the other comment, this is what she said in post-game. But they said that Tokin looks really big. The girl will escape. And now we have to do something, right? So we have pawn drop. Force the girl to move. The comment in the pro room was that Furibisha, swinging rook, is a little bit good. this rook, we said it's kind of useless staying here, but also it brings great protection to our castle. About the attack, we have a clear attack for here. And as we promote this pawn drop 5-1 becomes a possibility. So swinging rook feels a little bit good, and the general feeling was that swinging rook Satomi is advantageous in this position. Yeah, edge play is quite complex, I'd say. Why are dragon and horse in some different symbol? Why do you call it dragon and horse? Which are two different names. It's the same thing. The rook got promoted, and it becomes a dragon. Therefore, the kanji to describe that new piece is dragon. This one, yeah? That's a dragon. If this promotes, that will be a horse. Ah, between sets. Yeah, that's... So there are two sets. There is the double kanji dragon and a singular kanji dragon. And there is the one more dragon which is written in the books, which is different. The one written in the books, I believe, is simplified, so it's really easier to print and easier to read. And then the traditional one is just crazy, yeah? Because it's traditional, because it's beautiful. Yeah, so you probably know about, like, I cannot draw the diagonal kanji, something like this. That's the simplified one. This one is also simplified in a way, but like medium simplified. Yeah, this one is the book one, yeah. Now the traditional one will be this one. And it will have two. It will be Dragon King. And they are, how do we call it? Handwritten, disturbed kanji. Like there are different ways you can draw the kanji. Like cursive type of, when you write A, you can write capital letter, you can write normal letter, you can write cursive. So this type of, yeah, calligraphy, this is, in my feeling, more like cursive type of, more disturbed, not actual line, like the king line, this king, it's supposed to be the bottom kanji of this. But you can see it's disturbed, yeah? So it's a different style of calligraphy, different font, let's call it. So perhaps this one is also a little bit different font, Dobutsu. So yeah, this is like the peak of the calligraphy. No, it's just animals. Yeah, the same symbol, yeah. It when I read it, it's the same kanji. It's dragon. Just the same thing. It's just in cursive or in different font. Think of it like this. Yeah, it's not exactly that, but think of it like this is the simplest way, yeah. Just that they have like 3 or 4 different ways you can write the same kanji. More and more clear or more and more like... And that's called... what's it called? I don't even know how to translate it. Yeah, just different fonts. Yeah. So if I don't know if it gets promoted later on. Oh, she went with the talking instead of the bishop. Okay. So let's say we promote. So this one is this, and the other one will be very similar. But you see it. So the kanji, this one, this is the horse. This is on the bottom this time. So it's from this direction on the bottom. You have dragon, horse. It's the same dragon as here, by the way. Dragon king, dragon horse. And this is why this is called dragon, And instead of calling this a dragon, you call it a horse. Differentiate between them, but in fact, full name is Dragon King, Dragon Horse. They're both powerful dragons, yeah, equal to each other. All right, let's see the game. Okay, just a quick thing. I'm gonna show you a quick thing. Paint dragon. I know you're curious, so I'm gonna answer it. Horse. How do I write horse? Oh my god. Brain freeze. Horse, right? And now, if I were to write it quickly, I don't know if I'm able to do that. Like this. If I write A very carefully, it's gonna be like this, right? But this is more like, if it makes sense. And this is why I call it a different cursive. A different font. It's just like handwritten. It's the same thing, in fact. Just different way of writing. Same with the dragon, by the way. It's like, I don't remember what's on the right side. And then you go like, it's the same thing. But yeah, it has to do something with the tradition and so on. So, if you're interested, you can check it online about different style of calligraphy. But trust me, it's the same thing. Just simplified in a way. All right, comes here. What is the difference between move and the other? Because this one will be defending better. Yeah, I was kind of concerned. If the bishop goes here, it looks like our target is pretty straightforward. But I find this move very beautiful. It goes like this, keeping the bishop here. Yeah, this is amazing. I think she mistook. She thought her knight will be here already. And she wanted to jump it already. I think she made this mistake for some reason. Cut it. I don't know how to write the dragon. I know how to write the book one. Because that's the one that we used in, oh my god, in the like Kifu. This one I have no idea. I mean, once I can see it, I can like do it, but I don't remember it because we rarely use this one. Rarely use. I mean, I can recognize it when I see it. Yeah, that's a different one. It has that ski on the bottom for some reason. Yeah, I don't know this one. I never... This one uses the other one. It's flipped because it's... Yeah, it uses the other one. This is the one I'm used to. This is the wrong screen. My piece set, the actual wooden one, it also has the same one. Oh god, what? Ah, you mean the kanji. Yeah, too much work. I could check other sets I have if they have the same, but I'm pretty sure they all have the same. All right, back to the game. So we slowly enter the end game. We cannot play call moves anymore. Well, then it's gonna take night drop. So this one, we said that night drop followed with the pound drop is one way. This one is a little bit faster. And the problem, the idea is if we drop the silver is to drop the lens here. Because now the situation changed a little bit, we have that option. Thank you for the follow, gamer. Basically, I think we're gonna see the same line, so yeah, it seems like to be the only option. Defending. The other defense is here, but this is better because you can take it, but we take it anyway. Take it, lens drop. Here we have to defend, right? We cannot lose the gold. The gold goes here. And who's gonna show me the Tesuji? The Tesuji. Ooh, this is the critical position. A critical position because something happened and decided the flow of the game. Okay. Suck this rook. Pawn promotion. Pawn promotion. No. Always suck the rook. Well, you have a dragon, technically. So one move that you may consider here is bishop drop to 9-1. This is why we sacrifice all those pawns on the edge to create this space to bring the king here. And then the problem was that I think silver drop is possible. Where was that comment? Silver drop. Yeah, silver drop defense. Yeah, because this silver is defended. So the comment was to instead promote the lance first. And this is pretty cool. Clearly, if gold takes, we have the bishop drop, king will run, and then we take the rook. Because rook drop is pretty good. So, rook takes, and then maybe we can sacrifice the bishop again. I think. And there are two lines here. Well, the rook is under attack, so we may consider defending the rook like this. But I think gold drop was winning the move. Continuing to pressure. If the silver drop, then we take the rook, yeah? Is it? I think it's so. Is it? Doesn't make sense. Or is it the other version? I guess we take the silver, not the rook. Ika 9. Yeah, take the silver, because if they take, we have a mate. Yes. All right. So the other option is we sacrifice the rook and drop the lance. Then they say that we continue playing like this. And as a result, they weren't sure who's winning. But compared to the game, Kato preferred this position. It was really, really different in her mind. So what did she do actually? What did she play instead of these sacrifices? Well, she played bishop of 6-2. And she spent 1 hour on this move, over 1 hour. So there's many variations apparently. If we take, then we take, then takes, then take, going through the pressure. But Shimizu 7 down, lady 7 down, she says that it actually become easier for Satomi to read this variation. So the first question is, do we take this with rook or we take this with gold? What do you mean, Contati? Which sacrifice? Like for the gold? Well, how do you continue that? The rook is protecting here, right? So normally would sacrifice takes gold or bishop drop, but the rook is here. So you cannot really break through yet. If you say stuff like take, redrop, then you give up the turn, right? All right, let's see, how do you defend with rook takes? Okay, we have a sacrifice, kinda. So the point is, if we take it here and we drop the rook, we have a defense. A very solid defense. And as you can notice, Sente has no pieces in hand anymore. So this will be over. Therefore, we have to do something else here, which is continue attacking. And this brings the king outside of the castle. It brings the king outside of the castle, but notice how many pieces Sente has in hand. Well, 2, right? Perhaps bringing the king closer to this pawn. Trying to continue attacking. Indeed, she promoted this pawn. And Kato felt like she's winning here. But something happened. Something happened that changed the history. Apparently, rook drop, king runs, gold drop, king runs, taking this, going here. The king would be very safe. It would be really hard to capture it. This is why she promoted the pawn instead. And interestingly here, rook drop is a threat, I would assume. Or rook drop here maybe too. So we're defending that square with a silver drop. Next, perhaps pawn 7-4 is a good move, because it's gonna enable the king to start escaping toward this other defender. Remember, guys, on Thursday streams we talked about the life's extension and where the king should go. Definitely those squares here is something we would like to go to, right? This bishop is a little bit helping, perhaps. And you know, with those 2 pieces, we cannot really get. But yeah, we want to get as far away as from the stocking as possible. The rook drop, trying to surround the king. If the rook was dropped here, then pawn push was our plan, but now it's a little bit different. Silver is under attack. So what will Satomi do? She calmly escaped, which is quite crazy. The only problem we have is gold drop 5-2, which is gonna be played. It's gonna be hard, yeah? Gold drop. King runs, what's wrong with that move? I guess maybe just talking comes in. What else do we have? King comes in. It's really hard to give more pieces to hand, right? The lance could, yeah, we could, but not really. It's not really a mate if we do that too, though. We're missing one piece, but yeah, it would be quite uncomfortable. So we takes, and here if we take, we lose the silver, so the king has to go here, and this is terrifying position in my opinion. And here, apparently, if you drop the silver to continue attacking, lance is the correct answer. Yeah, and if we were to, like, repeat the position, like next time, there's no silver drop because the lance is in hand, yeah? If you ever die, Mifa, make sure to write on your tomb, son, this is the person who always sacrificed his rook. Here lies the person who always sacrificed his rook at Shogi. So we need a different approach, and Kato decided to attack the gold. If we were to move this gold away, this token will disturb the king defense of this square. But this move itself isn't threatening, guys. Isn't it a quite nice square for king to go to? It kinda is, yeah? It will allow us to go to those different squares apart from this one. So if we can survive long enough around there, maybe we can use this time to counterattack. And this is what Satomi played, yeah? They're making a lot of Kifu mistakes. They say 5-4 gold, but this is silver. 5-4 takes rook promotion. Would lead to Atsume from here. Yeah? Yeah, I say yeah, but basically we have a lot of generals in hand. This will capture the king pretty easily, yeah? If a silver to gold drop, stuff like that. Bishop drop even. And this bishop can promote here too, so it's quite nasty. So Kato has the last move to defend. Gold 7-7, make it more complex. Give herself more pieces to hand and perhaps checkmate this king, right? The only nice square for the king are the opponent's corner. So here, this is perhaps the most scary part of the endgame, because if we take the gold, if we give enemy, for example, takes, knight takes, and suddenly we have this nice influence on this king, it might happen that we'll be in danger, yeah? Might happen. So Satomi needs to play correctly, and she decides to drop the lance, and this creates checkmate threat from silver takes, knight takes, probably lance takes. It's going to be a checkmate threat. And what did I say? 7-7 Sumero. So it's a long variation, but it's natural way to continue checking. And there is not many variations. It's a long line, but not many variations. If you take this, and lance takes, it's difficulty to continue defending here. Because Sente has no pawn to block that lance. It's brilliant. Yeah, alright. Satomi was like quite calm here already. So this is where clearly Satomi is winning, as Kato needs to do her best to like make it more difficult. She'll promote the rook here, try to defend those different threat mates, but Satomi goes in. And if the king were to take this, knight drop is a very painful move. Bishop drop here. If the king goes here, would delete the dragon. If it goes down, rook drop. And there's checkmating line from this. I cannot really read this. Well, clearly if they go here, we take the gold. If they go here, bishop drop. We have many pawns in hands too. Well, it's quite complex, isn't it? Oh wow, this is really complex. But yeah, this will lead to a mate this way. How about this move? Yeah. This is very complex. Okay, yeah, somewhat it will lead to a mate, but it's crazy and I don't want to get into it. Basically, this knight will play a big role in that checkmate. All right. So the king has to go down, yeah, because as it's a mate. And surprisingly, knight drop is a good move. What does it do? Well, we have to take into the consideration. Okay, this is actually something we talked about on Thursday again. We spent the last week talking about offensive, defensive moves. And this is what they're mentioning here. Kobo, yeah? Kobo. We we made this stupid comic of a shogi piece that has the face of a badger and face of a Komodo dragon, because Kobo. And it's the most terrifying move you can play in the endgame, because it has the power of flipping the speed in the endgame. It takes away the speed of your opponent and gives you more speed, which sometimes costs like 2 instead of 1. Yes, exactly. It's a real game example. And it actually says that Gotha is like super advantageous. And the reason why this is defensive is because it blocks the dragon, apparently. So previously, a good move that Kato had is takes, maybe dragon comes here. And this would be checkmate. Because, okay, let's just play it out, shall we? So we cannot really go back because we have 2 generals. This would lead to a mate. So takes, goes here. Gold drop, silver drop. So this would lead to a mate. What Satomi did is drop the knight. Yeah. And this blocks their possibility. So takes. Do we have the same option though? Silver drop. Silver drop, if we go back, gold drop, we go here. They don't have enough pieces. We could also go here. Bishop is defending this square, so gold drop is not possible. Gold drop, king goes back, the token is undefended, so it's a beautiful thing. Now the question is, how is it offensive? Well, simple gold drop at the head seems already quite scary. Yeah, followed up with a bishop drop, stuff like that. Or even a rook drop. Is it better because we keep the gold? In a silver? No, we still have a silver in hand. Yeah, it will be quite scary. Really, really nice move. So Kato will try to defend it a bit more. As you see, she uses the attacker piece, yeah. So Satomi has time to take this. Knight takes, and Mifa will like this move. King 5-2. My question is, what happens if this is taken now? So this is the final question, perhaps, of this game. So here, in this situation, we are threatened to be checkmated again. So we use this move to extend our life, run into safety. We talked about this invincible shape number 1, entering king. Once you achieve it, well, you cannot lose the game. You still didn't win, but you cannot lose the game, which would be huge. So here, Kato will take this piece. It's kind of scary. If we take this one, you see this dragon line is open once more. It may lead to a checkmate. So we have to be very careful. But we have a technique. Knight takes, but unpromoted. Yeah, forcing a check. So we didn't lose this piece for free. King will escape. And why to go for difficult line? Just go for the same shape again, yeah? With the pressure on the king. So of course we cannot allow the entering king. And here is the question, basically, how will Satomi finish the game? Yeah. So knight 6-6 seems like she's going for the checkmate. If pawn takes, gold drop, king takes, gold drop again, king goes down, bishop. Okay. So this one would lead to a mate. Like this, using this bishop that we open up long. I want you to guys notice, this move, this pawn promotion was never played. This is how terrifying the endgame shogi is. Never played. And this is how huge it was to keep this bishop line open. I want you to see the spark of Satomi's genius. Beautiful, isn't it? Keep all your pieces active, always. You never know when you won't have enough time to use them, yeah? Beautiful. If the king goes here... Let's go with complex, maybe. But yeah, anyway, she's going for, like, endgame. Pound grubber. Satomi has many names, but to call her pound grubber. Alright, let's see how this ends. Okay, beautiful. Lance drop. Here, beautiful. If the dragon takes, the escape route is closed, so 2 gold drop would win. Escapes here, gold drop, takes the knight, drop again, resignation. Wow. So of course king can run to here, but you can see this would lead to a mate anyway. It hurts you. It doesn't. No, you can admit that she's amazing, and then if Nishiyama wins, that only proves that she's even more amazing, Mifa. Shogi requires 2 people to create an amazing game. Yeah? There's no need to lower everybody else. So yeah, first win for Satomi. Pretty impressive game. I think you guys agree. It feels like, you know, Kato tried to attack and she had a chance. But we saw the bishop drop, right? Satomi just defended really well over there. And this bishop, oh, beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. Ah. This knight drop. King moving away. Beautiful. This silver drop too. Oh, beautiful. Good luck, Satomi. You have a stupid question. I love those. And I understand the answer is most likely no. But could Sente have afforded to abandon gold on move 74? Here? Do you mean this one? So that's 72, right? Bishop 5-6? Here? I mean, this rook doesn't matter because the point is, once you promote this pawn, and I assume you want to attack like this, But once you promote this pawn, you can drop a pawn here. That's the problem. And Satomi has many pieces in hand. So it's kind of hard. Let's assume she goes all in. Like, Kata goes all in. There's no follow-up here. You would have to take here. And your attack is over, right? We could even sacrifice this token. Could probably go back here and continue attacking, yeah. Get another general for free. So this would kind of change the flow of the game into Gote's favor, I believe. Something like that. This rook, yeah, it's important to delete it, but not like that. The problem is, in this situation, we already have silver disadvantage. So Sente was under pressure. And here we're attacking really lightly with 3 pieces. Yeah, it's a good question, actually. And perhaps we had a little bit of chance here, but we saw the most severe variation. No, this one, right? So this was the most severe variation that they weren't sure about. I didn't mean that. I understand well that you need an opponent that plays well to be able to make an amazing play, but my point is that she is very strong, and it hurt me that I wanna be at that level someday. But my point is that she's very strong, and it hurt me that I wanna be at that level someday. Like Satomi level, you feel personally offended that she's so strong? You shouldn't be. How dare you be strong at Shogi? You shouldn't be. Just how life works. Yeah, so again, here Santa perhaps will struggle with not enough pieces, but like that rook is gone, yeah, at least. It's quite difficult still, I assume. Alright, so that Kifu is over. Is there anything else you guys would like to study? This was something I proposed, but I have to mention it, but Kata lost weight since I remember, so I really have to like compliment her on that. Yeah, she's taking care of herself. It's really nice. She used to be more like puffy. It's really nice to see her getting stronger, and yeah. In case you wanted to Shorekai. Yeah. Oh, here's the Satomi. Alright, Satomi. Satomi applied for the examination on July 24th. And she won a game previously in May, qualifying her for the tournament. And according to the rules of the examination, from the 8th month, August, there will be 1 game per month. So it's like August, September, October, November, December. So until December, we're gonna know if she passes or not. And she will be they're gonna decide later when exactly. But yeah, 1 game per 1 month, starting 2 months after the applying, so August, either in Tokyo or Kansai. Doesn't matter. The Shiken. So what is exactly the examination? You have playing 5 games against professional players, starting by the the lowest, the newest 5, yeah. So the most recent people who became 4 dan. The game limit is 3 hours per player, all according to the rules of Shogi games. Furigoma on the first game, then it's changing. If you win 3 times, if she wins 3 times, she's gonna enter the free class of Meijin Sen. And yeah, so the scary part about the free class is that you can fall off and retire immediately if you stay there for, that's like 10 years, I think. And yeah, if she wins, she will, which is impossible, yeah. So either probably April 1st, she would become pro. Or yeah. And then about Satomi, yeah. She's 1 year younger, no, half year, almost 1 year younger than I am. Oh, and this is the pro. So the first professional player she will be facing is Tokuda Kenshi. He's 24 years old, guys. Pretty strong, it seems. Pretty strong. Had good results so far. Pretty strong, yeah. 0.8 win rate this year. And then we have the rest. So yeah, you see, this is undecided. Yes, this is all undecided. The place, the hour, undecided. Once it's decided, hopefully they're gonna update this page, and we're gonna see. Eon is playing. Let's spy on him. He's playing Gangi again. You will follow her too? Good, good. Are you guys okay with watching this? Yeah. If you wanna do something else, please type it in the chat. We can do. Yeah, that's the title of the stream. We're gonna study whatever you guys would like to. As long as it's about Shogi. That's my favorite thing to do, Contetti. Just slam on my main account, slam it in the game. Like just stare at you while the whole stream is active. If the Eon is in our chat, I'm gonna laugh. He's not good. Oh, the silver went back. That's quite. Quite a nice strategy here. None of the pieces can take this pawn actually because it's gonna be captured. I have to go back. It's a nice vanguard pawn. But I wouldn't overprotect it at this point. I would like to open the 7th file at this. Yeah. Harshly criticize every move. I mean, he's playing well. Eon is pretty strong, guys. He studied a lot, so he improved a lot. And you can see it. Not gonna lie. He has a lot of passion for the game. Studies the recent pro games too, so it's no way not gonna get strong, yeah. This vanguard pawn, maybe around here would be nice. Going here also wouldn't be too bad. here. Well, if we take this knight is falling right, the rook is super blocked now. So I would expect something like this, but then the silver dies. So keeping the bishop here is really nice idea to keep the pressure. The weakness would be here, but you know, it takes time to expose it. So the pawn push, we of course not gonna take it. We're gonna go here. And this would sabaki our rook. I'm not really sure what Sente can do here. Gold move after just take. They have to take, so it's like a wasted move. He beats you too? In handicap, I assume. Oh, so Mifa, you're teaching him, maybe that's why he's improving so fast as well. Oh, this is nice move. So the meaning of this move is if rook takes, this knight will escape, and this was our target, right, to begin with. Same with the bishop. This will come. We don't really want to like abandon this square because the bishop would look blocked. It's quite scary now. Yeah, it's really good counter actually. This cat picture is quite intimidating, don't you think? Can you imagine like staring at the board very seriously and then you notice this cat staring at you, staring into your soul? That's terrifying. That's so cute. I can imagine like we take this and then move here and then target this line. I can imagine like going here. I can imagine like going here. The problem is, you know, the knight comes in. Oh, knight takes. Oh, wait, I didn't think of knight takes. This is good. Maybe this is a good move to continue. Pawn drop. Like, I wanted to sabaki my bishop, but now our knight is trapped. Well, on the other side, Eon has like 2 minutes left. The enemy has 5, 6, so I still think Eon can manage pretty well here. Yeah, the Fugire is quite awful now. Still, like, this is like the only chance to start fighting, but this goes back. It's quite painful as well. Yeah, this bishop with this pawn, those are strong, yeah. Currently, though, the bishop is closed, so I'm not sure about that. We just move the rook. Okay, that's... Now we cannot really retake it because there's a fork. Yeah. The problem we have... No, we don't have much problem, do we? Yeah, we still have this weakness, but the enemy doesn't have a general to expose it, so... We take... They gonna take with the silver or the rook. And then the knight again. The knight doesn't expose this. Yep. No, you. Yeah, exactly. We could take. Bishop will have to take because the gold is pinned. Then we take and sabaki everything. And this pawn actually blocks this bishop, which is kind of funny. Yeah. The best move because it opens the rook. And now we take. And which piece do you take it with? Rook. We can take. Drop again. It's quite painful. Bishop. Well, we can fork them both. Then we get forked. Then we take. Then they take. Then we take. Then they take. Then we drop first the rook. We also have this knight drop. Let's not forget about the beautiful knight drop. Yeah. You mean the cat? Cat size? There used to be this ham shogi, flash shogi game, and the hamster would get depressed if you were winning, and super happy when he was winning. And the happy hamster is the thing that you would hate. All right, so here the idea is we get the silver for free. Because if the bishop takes, we gonna take it with the check, then we take the bishop. Rook drop is pretty interesting. If the king were to escape here, this wins the rook. So we have to drop something, and now king is pretty surrounded. So for example, if the bishop takes would be checkmate threat, that would be nasty. But it's not. So it's not that nasty. Haha, yeah. I don't know how it was programmed, but it was like playing strong moves, but not the strongest ones. And still it was like fun to play against. It's pretty well written. Oh, that's the move I wanted to mention, yeah. Takes the rook. How about we take here? Yes, that's fine too. Oh, we have this amazing move. Checkmate threat while capturing the rook. We, of course, can feel like taking and then dropping, but simply dropping is much more pressure, much better. Because it threatens actual checkmate. Yeah. And then, after you get good, you had to beat it with only king. And beating the hamster with only king is like the most exciting thing. Yeah, so no matter what this rook moves, the thing, this thing here is gonna be checkmate. So the rook is dead. Maybe sacrifice it, but then, you know, slow game and you win. It is fun to watch, yes. Also the silver is hanging, kinda. So if he defends, we can eat the silver. Yeah, the problem is like the rook drop and knight drop would be a little bit threatening, so yeah, going more straightforward and wasting the time to take the silver is better. If silver runs, we drop the silver, we exchange, the king is pulled away from the castle and Ion wins. If the king goes like somewhere here, it might be a little bit longer, but eventually, like, we're able to disturb the call, drop the rook, something like that. Two silvers. I'm not sure if this move really is a checkmate threat or not alone. Rook drop here, maybe. That would be cool. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if like sacrificing everything was a checkmate. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. How about we do it one before, like here? No, we don't have knight drops, so we need to get rid of the pawn yet. So yeah, if we drop... Oh, this is dangerously checkmate with a silver drop. It's a mate. Or sacrifice. No, Ian. Go for the mate. You have 12 seconds to read it. Well, technically 72 seconds, but no. Well, it's still winning. I mean, you would expect Eon to read it out, right? Silver drop will be good or something. I don't know. If now let's think about this line. Should be fine, right? Would be nice to spend 72 seconds on playing even the same move, right? Eon is the same as yellow. Yes, and the same as Muse on the server. I don't know why he has so many nicknames. It's either yellow or gray or... I guess his mood changes with the colors every day, different. Something like here or here. Seven, eight. It's in front of a pawn, so it will be taken. Yeah. That's the dangerous square. But hey, good proposition. If the pawn was in there, it was good. Because you want to expose the king from the side. Yes. Because we cannot do that. Either 6-9 or 6-7 is much better. The idea here is to overload this king's defense by sacrificing here and then promoting here. The defense could be bishop drop. And we just take this probably. I mean, there are many ways to win, but I don't think we want our rook to be taken, so. Check. Do not, yeah. Do not forget about the check, yeah. This doesn't defend the line that we've talked about before. Maybe gold moving up. But yeah, you can see all those squares are protected. So adding another rook behind will be unstoppable because they have no pawns. Why not silver drop promotion instead of the rook drop? You mean here? Like takes, rook drop, king runs. I was reading that we're missing one piece because the king goes here, but I mean, this is a safer way to win, I think. They also don't have to take that silver technically. So king runs. Maybe king runs here. What's the trouble? This is safer. Because it's like asking, how are we gonna defend it? Well, you cannot defend it because you just have a bishop. So this is a good way to win. And now rook drop is gonna finish it, I think. But yeah, we talked that here that's simmer, right? Where was it? Here, right? This simmer or not? Rook drop first. This looks very similar to me. If the king goes here, go drop, there, silver drop, silver drop, go drop. Yeah, this looks very similar to me. So it would avoid all of this. Oh, he dropped the pawn? Okay, that's a mate. I swear if he misses this mate. Okay. Oof. Well done. But yeah, I really like the knight takes and then knight jump. It was the crucial position here. Resignation. That's how we all interpret this sound in our heads, right? It's not only me, right? All right, I really hope he's gonna send it maybe like tomorrow or something. All right, guys. Just type disappointing news and leave without any explanation. No, that's the level of evil that we shouldn't achieve, Contetti. We shouldn't achieve. Oh, hi, Yellow. You missed that Suma. Yes, you did. This sound nice. Here. First, think about the attack. We talked about this on Thursday, right? I'm pretty sure maybe silver sacrifice also works, but probably like silver sack also works. Yellow, I looked at the time. You had 72 seconds left in this position. 72 seconds. You didn't even consider a thing. You thought 13 seconds. I talked about this with the chat. I specifically looked how much time you had left. You didn't think about a thing. Playing safe means winning the game immediately. Yeah. So think in your head, if I have Natsume, I'm gonna take this pawn. And then spend the rest of the time thinking if you have Natsume. Pieces no attack. Yeah, just you have 71 seconds to decide whenever you take this pawn or not. You ate it in 5 seconds. No, 13 seconds. Yeah. I think rook drop works. Yeah. But yeah, apart from that, I really like your knight takes knight jump. It was really nice. Well done. Make sure you do post-game discussion with your opponent, yeah? Okay, guys. I will have to do stuff today still, so I'm gonna finish now. I'm gonna see you tomorrow on the Kifu review. Remember to post your Kifu at !Kifu. Not many people streaming Shogi. Time Zombie is missing for some reason. So this is where you upload the Kifu, yeah? GG. Here you go. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you enjoyed our Kifu analysis and bullying of yellow. And yeah, have a nice weekend, okay? And if you don't have Kifu, play it. Play a game quickly before tomorrow. It might happen that I change the stream to 1 hour earlier. I'm not sure yet. If something like this happened, I'm gonna notify you through Discord. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.